Okay, so the headline of this morning's show is Governor Ron DeSantis hates gay people. He hates transgender people. He hates women. He hates black people. That's the headline. It's all over the front page. You know, we know that the Senate immediately agreed with Ron DeSantis to block Reedy Creek, which is Disney's, little town, right? It's a district. And at the same time, he eliminated 2 black voting districts in a congressional redistricting map that tilts the balance of delegations to more Republicans, right? That's this article. And then if you go to this article right here, look, this never stops. It's an assault. Look at this. Florida exits CDC's routine student health questionnaire. Do you know what this is? This is a questionnaire that checks the mental health of kids, right? Let me read this to you. On the heels of the state's so-called Don't Say Gay law, the Florida Department of Education has quietly dropped out of a 31-year-old CDC survey of students that includes questions of mental well-being, suicidal thoughts, sexual orientation, and gender identity. You know, because if your kids are confused and want to commit suicide, Governor Ron DeSantis in the state of Florida, they don't care. They don't want to hear about it. That's the second article. Let's go to the third one. Front page. Florida says not to treat transgender non-binary youth for their preferred gender, by their preferred gender. Do you want to know what that one's about? Let's say I'm a 12-year-old boy, right? And I'm going to middle school. Let's say I'm 14 years old, going to middle school, 13 years old, going to middle school. And I feel like, I'm the wrong sex. Oops. God fucked it up. So I want to be a woman. This law says I'm not allowed to dress as I feel. I'm not allowed to grow my hair long and start wearing a bra and put on a dress and wear high heels or do any of the, I'm sure young girls don't wear high heels to school, but wear attire that would help designate how I feel about myself. This law right here, contradicting advice from human rights and medical organizations, because that's where the science comes from. The Florida Department of Health Wednesday released guidance against social gender transition, allowing against social gender transition, which allows transgender or non-binary people to dress and act as their preferred gender identity. Because it so bothers you when you see a boy dressing up as a girl or a girl, cutting her hair short and trying to look more like a boy. Because we're so offended by that here in the state of Florida. How do y'all feel about it? Not a single comment. Oh, wait, Brap all day. I can count on Brap. Thank you, Brap. Brap says, crazy, 10 more years, there won't be free speech. 10 years? Dude, you don't have free speech today, Brap. Take your 10 years and get it out. You don't have free speech. You don't have freedom of expression, not in the state of Florida. And if you're a child that's confused about your sexuality, too bad. They don't care about you. You're a non-person. You're either calling yourself a boy or a girl, or you don't count. So if you support Governor Ron DeSantis, you are a monster, okay? And you're a subhuman. Why is it anyone else cares what the fuck I do? I know, Whore-Dog, right? I'm not offended when I go out in public and I see anyone that's, let's say, exploring their own sexuality and their own questions. So they're wearing clothes that don't jive with what society says they're supposed to be wearing. I'm not offended at all. I say, hi, how are you? Can I hold the door for you? Whatever. Doesn't bother me one bit. You know why? Because I've always thought, that could very easily have been me. or you or anyone else. There's plenty of people around the planet who obviously have conflicting ideas of their own sexuality. And if you're not one of those people, congratulations. Must be great to be Governor Ron DeSantis with the little dick, the guy that's so confident in his masculinity and his heterosexuality. Hey, Eddie. Nick, I don't know what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. It's crossed out. I don't know. Hi, Debbie. Eddie, I feel that we should live how we want. You do you, I'll do me. Just don't force feed me it. Force feed you it? What do you mean force feed you? Eddie, I don't understand why you even said force feed you. What do you mean force feed you? Oh, you mean that like when you're watching a TV commercial and they show two men kissing. Yeah, I get that. I don't like that either. I don't want to see that. I feel you, Eddie. I totally understand what you mean by that. And I agree with you. I don't want to see two men kissing. It makes me feel uncomfortable. But if those two men want to kiss or do anything they want in public or anywhere, they're free to do so. I don't have to look at it. And I definitely don't have to let it bother me. But I choose to not watch it. It bothers me. I'll just go ahead and tell you, yeah, I don't like seeing it. It bothers me. But the fact that they do it doesn't bother me. It's just I don't like seeing it. Am I okay to have that opinion? Because if you don't like that opinion, you can go fuck yourself. I don't give a fuck about you. All right? I don't give a fuck about you. Because that is brutal honesty. And if you can't take the good with the bad that I bring on this show, well, then just leave. Just leave. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. Exactly, Eddie. Exactly. Like when I'm watching what appears to be a really good show on HBO or something, or Netflix, and you get about 2 or 3 seasons in, and boom, there's some gay stuff going on. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not watching any more seasons. I'm not watching any more shows. I'm done. I click it off, and I find another way to entertain myself. That's all. I don't make a big deal about it. I did the Spartacock. I did the Spartacock video. That was cute and funny, but it wasn't me raging. It was a hilarious rant. And I totally support their sexuality. Whatever people want to do with their sex, that's fine. I totally support it. All I know is I don't have to look at it. And if people are in public, doing whatever makes them feel good, I don't have to watch them. I can still be there and I don't have to watch, if it bothers me that much. But you can definitely do it. And you doing it doesn't bother me at all. So hopefully you can see the difference there between me not wanting to be exposed to it, but me supporting you and doing whatever the fuck you feel like you need to do, wherever the hell you are. Eddie, congratulations. Right, Adam, to each their own. Exactly. To each their own, man. That's fair. But one thing's for sure, bro. The laws that they're passing in this state, the amount of control that this Republican governor in this state feels the necessity to just loud over people. What's the word? To just rule over people and to put it's like a steel-toed boot, and he's just putting it on the backs of everyone. And for people to just sit there and applaud him, it makes me want to spit on them. That is how I feel. And the fact that whatever other people do bothers him so much, whether it's a child, a school, a gay couple, how the fuck did that motherfucker become governor of the state of Florida? It was the age of Trump that allowed this. How pathetic we are. Rogi, no, stay out here. How pathetic we are. Could I say hi to Anna? Hi, Anna. Florida is the dick of America. And Ron DeSantis is the crabs that are on that dick. I totally agree with that sentiment. All right, you guys, those of you who missed yesterday's 420 extravaganza, who's the governor of Florida? His name is Governor Ron DeSantis. Zach, good question. Ron DeSantis. He's attacking Disney, causing Orange County and Osceola taxpayers lots of money. What an asshole. Yeah, let's hope they remember him when it comes voting time, Adam. Let's hope all the DeSantis supporters out there that are having to pay more money because he's got a personal vendetta against Disney for supporting gay kids, remember that when it's time to pull that lever in the voting booth come, November, whatever the fuck. I missed you guys yesterday. It was really busy. Anyway, missed the show yesterday. Then this is what you missed. I literally found this 5150 dual stage, triple stage glass bong in my creek yesterday. I know what you're thinking. You're like, dude, there's no way you found that. Is so you, Nate. That is so you. That bong is so you. How is that bong not belong to you? Well, it does now. I don't know where it came from, but it was in my yard, in my creek, and it's mine now. And I literally found it on 4/20/2022 in the creek next to my house. Yes, and it still works. It's got 2 broken tines on the tree perk, but the tree perk, if you pull hard enough, it still works. And I figure if I let a little water out, it'd probably work even better. Hey, Rogie from Muskogee. No. I'm just going to pour out a little bit of water here and see if I can get a little bit more bubble action. There is a drain right here. A bit more. One. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, let's put a little bit more in the bottom. Rogie. I know. I think that reminds you of somebody you really like. So there's a man here, and he's doing work for my mom. He's doing the floors. She's got some Italian marble in there, and he's polishing the floors. And he's kind of looks like Mark, from California. And Rogie's just going crazy over this guy. Once he sees him, he's going to freak out. Oh.
You see him come in there, I know they working.
Rogan. So, long story short, it was full of sand. It was full of mud. And, oh, yeah, when I took water out, the tree perk works better. Watch. Watch.
Come here, baby. Come here. No.
Rogan.
You see that? Come on, baby.
Rogan, no.
I gotta protect this spot.
Yeah.
I got to protect you.
Come here, Alex. Let's float it back.
Then, this other girl, Lucia, is coming in. She'll probably get this fucking right? Yeah, probably not right now. And but I gotta leave. Will you watch your dad for a little bit just
Yes.
until she comes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it? Austin, you don't like that? Okay, Candy and I will take it out. Candy says she likes it. Yeah, Candy will take it.
Rogan, no.
Okay. I'll give it to Candy. She'll go pick it up. I'll go with her.
Look, we don't have to block you off.
Okay.
So Rogan won't leave this guy alone, and it's like he's being so bad. Hold on. What do we do here?
I have this. I have this.
No. Impossible. Go on. I'm gonna have to put you on the leash.
Oh my God, 9:41.
Get the leash and put you on the leash, huh? You lay down. What if I give you a couple bucks? Hmm? You guys bear with me here a second. This guy's in here working and we've got the doors closed. Rogi's like freaking out. I'm gonna put the leash on him. Leash you, buddy. So you can take it off. No. Stay here. Stay there. Okay, I think I got it. Anyhow, back to the bong story. Some kids are going to be pissed. No, nobody's going to be pissed. I have a feeling that whoever this was probably doesn't even smoke cannabis anymore. What I figure is my neighbor across the street, his son was probably smoking when he was a kid. He found this in the house. He threw it in the river. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to ask him. I will ask him. I'll call him and I'll text him. He doesn't live there anymore. But I'll call. Dude, did you find a long glass bong one time and throw it in the river? Because I fucking found it and it still works. Here, look at this. Look at this tree perk. The tree perk, even though it's got 2 broken pieces on it, it still works. So I'm just so excited about it. Let's go ahead and do a nice big bong rip. Okay, Saj, 1913. The start of the corporate takeoff of this country can be blamed on Reagan. Liberals fought for a little, and then they've joined kleptocracy. Yeah, well, and so is Bill Clinton, man. Do you remember what Bill Clinton did? He gave the media over to 6 corporations, and that's it. He allowed media to buy out he allowed big corporations to buy out all the media, and it's controlled by 6 people. That's what Bill Clinton did after Ronald Reagan. They're all corrupt, man. They've all done horrible things. Every single president, they've all done horrible things. You know? Rogan, no. You found a bong in the river and an expensive one. What the fuck? It's a gift from the universe saying you're in the right place, a reward. I'm saying, brother, on 420, I found this bong in the creek yesterday on 420. How do you do that? How do you find a bong? I mean, seriously, this is totally me. It's a 5150. I own a 5150. You know? It's so perfect. Anyhow, let's smoke it. Cheers.
Yeah, at one point I'm gonna have to open these doors.
That bong is so neat. You're gonna be smoking a bong down by the river. Holland Daisy. Saj 1913 says liberals attempted to stand up to Bill Gates and Microsoft in the 90s with Department of Justice antitrust suit, but corporations have now just bought the Department of Justice out. Saj 1913, how did you find my channel? Daki Hollandaise. That's an amazing find. I know, right? And I just want the whole world to know that I found this glass bong on my property. Looking for stuff. I was literally looking for something cool to find. I was literally in the river wondering if I'd find something like a cool bottle or something. And I found this on 420. You come by anytime you want, Adam. You've got an open invitation, brother. Just let me know when. I'll let the guards know. I wonder how old the bong is. Well, I don't know when 5150 started making bongs, but because it's a tree perk, It's not one of their first, you know. I have a feeling the tree perk came out after. Only me, right, James? Only me. So I am very happy to have found this thing. It's just so crazy. I found it in the creek, the way I found it. I found it. When I saw it, I was like, should I take pictures of it like underwater? I was too excited. I couldn't go get my camera. I was too excited. I was like, I got to see what this is. But I could reenact it. You know, I could totally show you how it was in there. You know, I could bury it again and take pictures of it and show you exactly how I found it. But, you know, all I could see was part of this up to about here. Part of this sticking up and then this going down into the sand. The whole bong was going into the sand diagonally. So this was sticking up the opposite direction with a little bit of glass. And I saw that base and I was like, I don't know if that's broken or not, but that's the fucking base of a bong. I would have almost bet my life on it. I'm like, I don't know what else that could have been. I'm like, it so looked like the base of a bong to me. And I started immediately, man, doing my little thing with the water. You know, you start doing this, you start fanning the water and it fans the sand away and exposes more and more. And I was careful because I was like, if that's got broken glass on, I'm going to cut my fingers. I was sleeping and my wife busts through the door. Nay's live. What a woman. Oh, I love your wife. Thank you. You were blessed by the cannabis guy. Your wife. Look at all your wives are getting in on the action. I love this. Thanks, guys. Ever found a bag of cannabis? She's a keeper, Doc. Like Gollum. Dude, I lived in California, bro. You find cannabis everywhere in California. People leave it for people to find. Literally. People are cool like that. They'll leave doobies. They'll put a bag on a tree stump out in the woods just so you'll find it, man. You know? I've got bongs all over my property with cannabis in them and a lighter next to them. Anybody wandering across would be like, oh my God, holy shit, someone left this here for me. I'd be like, yeah, go ahead, help yourself. It's cool. Like Gollum finding the ring. My precious, my precious. Hello. I'm just using my bong that I found. Yeah. Enjoying it. Really enjoying the bong. So anyway, the floor cleaning guy looks and is dressed like Mark. And Rogie just assumed that this guy was going to treat him just like Mark does. And he went up to him and he was all happy. And he doesn't do that to anybody. But he was so happy to see this guy. He scratched the guy on his arm really bad. He started bleeding immediately. And I was like, oh, my God, I am so sorry. He's like, it's cool. He's not really a dog guy, this guy. He's a cool guy, but he's just not crazy about dogs. And Rogie's just heartbroken, man. He's just sitting here like, oh, he's all sad. He wants to go in there. Internet has nothing to say about 5150 company history, unfortunately. I'm afraid we're going to have to call them. We're going to have to get in touch with 5150 and tell them this story. I have a feeling they're going to love it. They're going to want to sponsor my channel. If they're still making glass. I don't know, 5150 might not still be in business. You know, that's true. Some of these companies don't last forever. It was so funny when I first started seeing the numbers on it. The first number I saw was the 0 and then the 5. And I hadn't figured it out yet. I was like, what is that? It's got a 5 and an O on it. Is it a 5.0? Is it 5.0 mil glass? You know, that's what I was thinking. I kept looking. And, you know, I meant to clean that and show you guys the logo, the 5150 logo, because you can't see it's smoked. I didn't clean it. I need to take some Windex to it and a nice polished cloth inside and out. And then you'd really be able to see it, you know, put it a black, maybe the right color background. Black might not be the right one. It's a great story. It's a fun story, isn't it? And it's fucking crazy because it's true. And it happened on 420. And now I'm sitting here with this bong. And it's brought a lot of joy into my life, this bong. You know, I was trying to think of all the ways because this was on my side of the creek. And I mean, it was right up against where the deck was, or used to have a deck in the river that this moron told my mom that it was rotten and couldn't be replaced and had to be removed. And she told him to go ahead and spend a lot of money to have him pull that deck out because he's a cocksmoker, right? That was my deck. And it could have been fixed, and it wouldn't have cost a lot of money to put a couple new posts in there and fix it. But, you know, cocksmoker told my mom, and she had it removed. That bong, this bong, was sitting right near where that deck was in the water. And it makes me think that it's possible that, and maybe I don't remember it, maybe one of my friends came over with it one day, or maybe somebody gave it to me. And like that day, we were out on the deck with it. I'm making this all up because none of this is, to my knowledge, true. And I took it and set it on the edge of the deck, and it fell in the water, and we didn't know. Bro, it wouldn't be the first time that I lost a gorgeous, expensive, beautiful glass bong outside. It happened to me in California. Who remembers that story? Do you guys remember what happened with the rusty glass bong I had with that big swooping? I still have it. A big, long down stem. It's a double bubbler. It's beautiful. It's all rounded. It's got a big S. It looks like a saxophone. You guys know the story behind how I lost that one and refound that one? That's a crazy ass story. So one day I took the rusty glass bong outside when I first moved in California. It was at the very beginning, 10 years ago. And I was outside smoking. We were doing dabs or whatever. I was with my buddy, Dino probably. And one of us took that bong and set it down on a wooden, on a piece of wood, a stump that goes around the bonfire there, right? And, you know, this is back when I had Roscoe, whatever, and maybe Roscoe went over to it and smelled it and knocked it over, right? That rusty glass bong fell into a pile of ashes on the bonfire, okay? And I hadn't seen that bong for years. And one day, I was at the bonfire, and I had plenty of bonfires there throughout the years, man. And I looked down, and I saw something, and it looked like glass in the bonfire. And I was just going to smash it because I was like, it's a bottle, whatever. But something overcame me. I had a wooden stick, and I just moved the ashes on top of it a little bit. And motherfucker, it was the rusty glass bong. Just like this. Time preserved it. By some miracle, nothing was broken on it. It still had the bowl and the downstem on it. And there it was, covered in black ash. No telling how many fires I had right next to that freaking bong, covered in ash, and never knew it was there. How many logs I threw in there. How many times, Sound Drone or whoever. Oh, dude, that may have been it. It may have been Sound Drone. It may have been when Sound Drone and I were smoking. God damn it. I just realized that. It could have been Sound Drone, man. And anyway, the bong got left out there during a bonfire. And I know we had a bonfire with Sound Drone. And boom, got covered with ashes. And it sat out there for years. And years later, boom, there it is. I'm like, how does this happen, man? I wonder how many other beautiful glass bongs are out anywhere in the world, just buried, ready to be found and ready to be used. You just give them a quick cleaning and pack them and do exactly what I'm going to do right now and say, top of the hour, a little early here. Cheers, everybody. Let's get some smoke through this thing. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Jackie Hollandaise. A testament to the 5150 Corporation. Listen to that bubbly bong. We had deer in the yard last night. 3 of them. It was pretty cool. Debbie Labonte, cheers. Remember the Timex that dated to 1 million BC, then later realized it had hardened into sandstone from beach sand, was only there for 40 years? Huh. Not, I know that. So I remember hearing somebody found some technology that was impossible. It was like this old technology. It was a computer or something from like, it was like really stupid. I was like, there's no way. Yeah, I'm kind of sad. I'm thinking I broke these tines. It's possible because there was sand in there and I was shaking it. And I don't think I heard the glass jinkling around in there until a few seconds after I was shaking it. I was shaking it really hard, and I didn't realize it was a tree perk in there, But I was thinking, yeah, it's possible that I broke that. It's okay though. I got this crazy killer bong now. It's fucking crazy. I can't wait to clean it again. Really going to concentrate on that logo too, shining that up. Hey, Joel Froggy, what's up, buddy? Or is it Joel Froger? Joel Froger. Looks like Joel Froger. Are we smoking again? I'm doing the flowers today. Even crazier was the fact that I found it on 420. Dude, when I got out of the river, I went like that. I was like, oh my God, I found the bong. There was no one out there except the dog, and the roofers were on the other side of the house. And I think my father was sitting here. But I was just like, I just held it up in the air, and I was like, I felt like I just won the Olympics, like all of the Olympics. Like I had so many gold medals around my neck that I was like this, the bong of destiny. It's the Olympic torch. Where there's smoke, there's fire, man. I like that one. And when I say fire, I mean fire. You guys get it? Yo, Nay, got that fire? Oh, you get it now. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Oh, yeah. I had to explain it. I had to tweet explain it to you. What? Tweet explain? What, bro? Did they just come up with a new term, tweet explain? Dude, I swear people do not understand my tweets. That must be why none of you guys like my tweets. That's what I figured, because you guys just don't understand them. And that's cool. I'm here to tweet explain them to you if you don't get them. That way I can get you to like them and retweet them and all that good stuff. You know? So you just tell me which tweets you're looking at on @Nays Garden on Twitter, of course, that you're not retweeting, and tell me why you're not retweeting it, and I'll tweet explain it to you. We'll call this tweet explaining with Nay. What do you guys think? Hashtag tweet explain? Hashtag tweet explaining? Because you guys obviously don't get my tweets because you're not liking them, right? So this will solve that issue. Let me explain them to you. What are you not getting? Exactly. That none of you are retweeting my tweets. You just don't hit the retweet button, and the like button, and leave a comment. Just tell me. Tell me what it is, and I'll hit this bong. While I'm tweet explaining to y'all can explain to me which tweets you don't understand. Cheers. I'm gonna hit this bong first, though. We're good? Unreal. You don't want none of this. Not on my worst day, pal. Not even on my worst day, palsy. None of it. You don't want it. None of it. I thought you quit Twitter and are in the process of quitting the show. Yeah, I quit Twitter and I'm in the process of quitting the show. I totally quit Twitter, bro. No, I'm totally on Twitter, bro. How's Orlando going? It's good, man. It's windy. Gonna have a little rain this afternoon. Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. Depends on things. Certain factors, certain minions, groups of people sharing thoughts and ideas, weaponizing information. An entire force, a generation that's come together to take on the corrupt government that we call the United States federal government. Dude, what Ron DeSantis is doing in Florida, everyone should be aware of. Like I said, the front page, man, it's just bombshell after bombshell as to why you shouldn't vote for this moron. 1, 2, and 3. Do you guys see this? Hey man, I'm a child. I'm transitioning from one sex to another. This is what Governor Ron DeSantis says. Don't treat transgenders by what they want to be called. So while I say I don't give a fuck about pronouns, I don't. I will call you what you want me to call you once I'm aware of that. You tell me what you are, and that's what I'll call you. I'm fine with that. But you don't have to fucking pontificate your fucking pronouns to me, you know? This is where it got you. That's where you fucking making a big deal about your fucking stupid ass pronouns on Twitter. Oh, I'm male, mister. Call me this or that. I'm a male man. I'm a mailman. I'm bringing the mail. Yeah, that's where it got you. So, I'm on your side, but I've been calling out your fucking stupid pronouns on this show for years. And this is what happens when you poke a nasty ass bear with a fucking stick. It fucking attacks you back, and that's what these motherfuckers are doing to you now. You create your own fucking reality, man. We gotta specify our pronouns or we can't tweet. Someone might misgender me on my goddamn Twitter. Oh, oops. They're literally going to do the opposite in the state of Florida. Oh, you want to be called Mr.? Well, now you're going to be called Miss. If that's how the public perceives you, or Ron DeSantis or the state of Florida perceives you. This should bother some of you. And I'd love to hear from you in the chat. And there's people saying that fuck should run for president, says Hordog. You love the DeSantis clip that you made? It's funny, you share those to all those people. I wonder how many views you get. Okay, man, you guys got nothing to say about what I just said, so I'm going to leave. I will talk to y'all later. Take care. I wish you guys had more of an opinion to share on my show. Docky Hollandaise says 2 views. Oh, Billy says, all I know is I was misgendered on purpose once, and at the age I was, it hit me hard, so I'd hate accidentally to do it to someone. It hurts, says Billy. Liked and shared. Oh, Joel, thanks, buddy. Wait, I'm making eggs, says Doc. Okay, I'll wait. Dog says keep it open. Randy says keep it open. Rogan sneezes and huffs. What Governor Ron DeSantis is doing, he's doing it in the most smug fuck way possible. You have no idea how smug this motherfucker is. After he does this, he pulls all kinds of bullshit. And he's using Trump tactics, distracting you with other issues. It's an onslaught. So you forget about what he's doing with gerrymandering the state of Florida, gerrymandering African Americans out of the voting. He's distracting people with this Disney thing. I mean, look at it, it's basically right here on this paper. Here, watch from the very beginning. Look, it says Senate nixes Disney's Reedy Creek, right? But then look at what it says right here. Black congressional districts eliminated. You see that? But the headline is Senate nixes Disney's Reedy Creek. And this is exactly how Ron DeSantis wants it. He wants you distracted by this so you don't pay attention to that. Ron DeSantis, the state of Florida, it's one giant corrupt sewer. And Ron DeSantis hopefully will get voted out. I don't vote anymore. But if there is one thing that could really encourage me to vote, it would be to vote against someone like him. You know? He's more smug all the time. You hate DeSantis, says Rocks. I think DeSantis is shooting himself in the foot. I love it. Doc, that's what I said. Those are my words exactly. Those are my words exactly. He's shooting himself in the foot. I said he's going to lose against Disney in the long run because he's going to lose the election. Because I'm so disgusted. Hi, Candy. I can't be grumpy now. Someone's knocking on the roof. Someone's banging away. Your words, totally true. I said it. I said it. I said it and I meant it. And I remember the date was 4/20/2022 that I said it. I said, watch what happens. What he's doing is so blatant. Man, people like my mom. Oh my God, you should hear my mother. You should hear my mother. I mean, my mother is so disgusted. So you want to sue him right now? I have a feeling there's going to be so many people that are affected financially by this. He's going to piss all the wrong people off. This phone just keeps ringing. The clip is up. My Trendies, check it out. Doc Hollandaise. It's at Dr. Destructo. At Dr. Destructo. So go to Twitter and go check out the clip right at Dr. Destructo on Twitter for the YouTube clip that he just made. All right, guys. I love y'all. I'm going to roll an American Me, so he did. And then 10 people from the film were murdered. Whoa, that's crazy. What? That's crazy. Cheers. All right. You guys take care. Bye.